Okay, let me set the scene here. I'm sitting at around 200 subscribers, and one day I happened to stumble upon the existence of a little event called ArtFight.
I know, right? This is like my first.
I decided that if I was going to do this, wouldn't it be more fun if I didn't do it alone? So I uploaded a video, a how-to guide of sorts, told from someone who had absolutely no experience in participating firsthand. Look, I just had ulterior motives. The truly sinister wish of wanting to form a supportive art community. So what happened? Well, it blew up. I was happy, of course, because my heinous plans actually came true. In this video, I'm going to be sharing just what happened in the span of 1 month and how a community can achieve that. Yes, it's a recap for an event that's already over, but stick around because I have a message for everyone who aspires to be a creator themselves one day, or who are just starting out themselves. And hey, if you want to support me, please subscribe and stay notified for when I upload or stream next. Okay, so here's the question. What would happen if I gave it my all? If I devoted all this time and effort and energy until the single month of July? What would happen? You know, what would happen? There was a lot of trial and error and struggling, lots of struggling, but all of that aside, I have to tell you how wild it was to see how many people were watching me live, especially since I only just recently started. If there was one culprit, I think it was the art raffles. To explain, I basically did everything in my power to not make decisions, and that was done through the creation of various wheels. ArtFight's actually pretty massive, and I just don't know if I had it in me to actually use my brain for this part of it. So what was cool about this? This was pretty much the first month where I did line art, and I'm serious. I'm serious. I actually was a really big line art hater, I guess. Like, more like a struggler. I was struggling with line art for like all my artistic career, and all of a sudden in the span of a month, I managed to produce so much good art. At least, of course, considering I was a beginner at it. And I can't help but say, I've actually grown pretty comfortable with it. Here's a comparison. I'm telling you, this was a radical change. So not only was I testing stream duration and content ideas, I was also challenging myself to a new art style. Speaking of events, as all of this happened, I just casually happened to throw an art contest on top of all of this because we definitely needed more stuff going on, right? Originally, it spawned from one of my streams, and we thought it'd be a great way to celebrate hitting 1,000 subscribers. Here's how it worked. Within ArtFight, people would have to attack my persona Phoenix Maths in order to submit an entry. I would pick my top 5 favorites as well as the first place winner, and people could then determine the ranking of the last 4 people. Here's what the prizes were. I set a deadline, and when that day came, I did a special stream where I showcased all the attacks everyone made for me. We did a little simple voting system, and by the end of it, I was able to sort through it all, and our top picks were these. I feel like boiling it all down, the one thing that was the most fun was honestly just getting to know people. In just 1 month's time, I felt so good knowing I actually recognized names, knew who they were, and the kinds of things they said or shared in the past. Discord did help with that. I think it was for this specific reason that I can't really imagine doing ArtFight alone, you know, just attacking people randomly. Because I knew these people, I genuinely felt excited to see when their name came up in a raffle and when I got the opportunity to check out their art and characters. By the time I was drawing live, I just felt so good knowing I was able to create gift art, and it was that feeling that actually made it a lot easier to stream for longer periods of time. I actually got to the point where okay, it's a little silly, but I feel like I got used to associating drawing with chat so much that it felt a little weird to do it by myself again. I know, it's silly. I know ArtFight won't be happening for another year, but Streaming big events like these were so fun, and I would definitely recommend it if there's ever an interest on your part in doing something like this. Now, here I am in the aftermath, and this is what I've accomplished. I improved at my line art. I streamed the most I have ever in my life, and honestly, I have all of that to thank for those who decided to join and support me. So, this is the message I wanted to give to you all. Whether you're new here and just finding me, or you've been along with me for this past month since my start of streaming, just for now, let's just forget about ArtFight. Let's talk about the struggles that comes with starting anything. You're alone. Maybe people around you don't understand or appreciate the creative work you do. Maybe there's a fear about sharing your work, about sharing yourself, and even just how you present yourself, how you sound, the fear of harsh criticism, of endless work with no recognition, perhaps even the fear of not being able to support yourself when pursuing your creative interests. There's far too many things that stop people, and all of those things I listed were things I felt and experienced. I held off for years on pursuing this dream of mine, and more than that, I even hid my art for the longest time as well, scared of how it'd be received and if it'd be received at all. If there's one thing that changed everything, it was this understanding that not everyone's going to like you, but there's always going to be an audience that will. A large one at that. It's just a matter of working towards finding them. Well, how do you do that, right? Well, skipping the marketing aspects, which are quite important, the main thing is to continue to be true to yourself and make things you're passionate about. I may be a faceless creator, but I've only ever been myself, and because of that, I felt like I was able to find the people I empathize with, and I feel infinitely encouraged to create more for. I found a community, and the impact is felt in so many different ways. Beyond the fun you can have when doing things together, the true impact of a community is realizing just who you're doing this for and how strong that focus will make you. Strong in a way to know that not all feedback is made equal, and not everyone's going to mesh with you, and that you never have to be fake and mold yourself to trends and algorithms to succeed. It's because of a community that I felt I was able to power through the month, and it's because of the community that I feel even more excited for the long-term journey we're about to enter together. If you're just starting out, think about the people you want to reach, the kind of community you want to make. If you devote time and energy towards this goal, trust me, it will be worth it, and everything else you decide to pursue will be easier to get through. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to stick around with me, please join the Discord server. It's great. There's so many great people there, and I'd love to have you too. Bye.